Hey everyone, welcome back to Smart Talks by LUBM, which is Lincoln University of Business Management. This is your host, Riddhi for today. On the very special occasion of International Women's Day, we have with us two very honorable guests with us. Starting off with Miss Reema Mahajan, who is the founder of Indian Women's Society in Dubai, the largest women-only society in UAE, boasting over 200,000 members. Her community is dedicated to empowering, connecting, and celebrating women. Moving on to my next guest, Miss Neha Samuel, who is a co-founder of the Fitzy app. Fitzy is a fitness reward app in UAE designated to enable you to incorporate wellness in your everyday life and stay fit. So everyone's going to choose a healthy lifestyle. I'm so excited for you guys. How are you guys doing?
Thank you so much, Vidhi. Thank you so much for having us.
No worries. How are you doing?
All good. Thank you so much for having us on
Are
the
you
podcast.
excited
Super
today?
excited.
So
Super
what does
excited.
International Women's Day mean to both of you? I'm going to start off with Miss Neha here.
Yeah. For me, I think I have recently realized the meaning of celebrating women, Women's Day, That's after I became a mother, because a woman is so much more than, I think, just a human. So I think they need a day. They need not just a day, but more, and women need to be celebrated.
Amazing. What are your thoughts on this, Miss
I
Reema?
think every day is International Women's Day. Every day needs to be celebrated, right? But it's good that the world comes together in March and celebrates us as the Women Month. And, some of these topics about women really the awareness needs to be there. So just calling one day as International Women's Day is not enough. 365 days should be International Women's Day, because women do so much more than they get the credit for.
Absolutely.
And it's all about raising awareness for that.
Amazing. So as I mentioned, you're a co-founder of the Fitzy app. Could you tell us more about what the app is all about?
Yeah, so Fitzy is a fitness rewards app. It's born in the UAE. We promote something as simple as walking. It doesn't have to be something intimidating. And motivation, I feel, is very temporary. So what we do at Fitzy is we reward people for walking.
Okay.
So every 1,000 steps a Fitzy user takes, it converts into a coin. And then these coins get stored into the Fitzy wallet.
Okay.
With those coins, you can literally unlock rewards from over 100 brands that are listed on the app. These brands are the ones that you use on a daily basis for, say, ordering your meal or, fuel for your car,
Oh, wow.
for salons, for restaurants, and all the essentials on a day-to-day life.
Okay, amazing.
And not just that, you can win mega prizes like international trips, holiday bookings, things like that just by walking.
Surely a great reward. I hope you all are taking down notes. Yes. Now moving on to Miss Reema. What inspired you to start Indian Women in Dubai? And how did you envision it to become empowering community that it is today?
So Indian Women in Dubai, or IWD as we lovingly call it, was started as to be the home for women, Indian expat women here. It started as a small Facebook group, just me asking whether anybody wants to meet from a coffee. And just from a coffee, we moved on to the next Christmas party, to the next Diwali party. And from there, the women came together. I think our turning point was COVID. There was so much stress in the system, emotional stress, financial stress, physical stress. So we as a community of women came together to help each other, to support each other socially, mentally, physically, to be there. And that's when actually, the name of IWD spread, and women liked what we did for them to support them, that they would go and recommend other women to join the community. Amazing. So purely by word of mouth, $0 spent on marketing anywhere else. And by women recommending each other, IWD grew from like a handful of members before COVID to 30,000.
Amazing. Wow. So what are some of the challenges that I would ask when you had faced? I think every business, there would be some challenges and all to start. Nothing is off rosy. Yeah. So what are some of the challenges that you've faced?
I think when we started this, the concept, it was a new one. There's no community which does similar work to ours. So it's a very new concept for people to absorb that, yes, women can come together. I remember having lunchtime conversations with friends when I was discussing that idea that this is what I want to do. And they were like, you put 3 women together in a room and all they will talk about is makeup, kids, or kitty parties.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And that's kind of the notion people have, that when women come together, they can't do something constructive. And here I present to you a community with over 100,000, 200,000 members who do not talk about makeup kits. Or we talk about empowerment. We talk about initiatives that we drive to make our women feel more confident socially as well as in business. And it's a different concept.
Amazing. So, Miss Neha, being an influencer, I've stalked you well enough to know you do a lot of stuff on Instagram. I'm a big fan of you.
Thank you.
So how do you think social media can contribute to shaping more positive and accurate representation of women and girls?
I think, let me talk about myself. So, I have built this community, and what I do over here is I represent my uniqueness. When I say uniqueness, I'm very authentic on my platform. It can be anything from what I wear in the house. I do not, dress up and walk like this in the house, right? To how I work out, what I eat. I eat a very simple food. So I post about all these things that I do, the challenges that I face as a working mom and a businesswoman. This is how I think my people are relating to me. My women followers are relating to me. And I think this is what is needed on a big scale, where you do not showcase the fake stuff, the things that are intimidating, that are not real. Every woman is unique, in her own skin, in her own way.
Yeah.
And young girls these days, even I was same, a lot of insecurities. You learn a little later, but if a social media, or if you follow someone who is embracing, the authenticity, then I think you will get that knowledge much before in life, and you will be very confident when you're heading out, seeing the world, and conquering the world. So I think that's what is needed. Celebrating your uniqueness, accepting your authenticity. I think that's what media should be doing.
Very well said. Usually, I've read a quote somewhere. I think celebrating yourself should be the top priority.
Yeah.
More than anything else, It all comes down to you.
Yeah.
As an
like
individual.
they say these days, uniqueness is rare. You do not find that. Everybody is looking same, doing same, following same trends. You do not have anything unique anymore.
Yeah.
So if you can get yourself back to being you, then that is rare. And rare is always beautiful.
Of course. So getting back to your business idea, Fitzy, being a branding professional, I could say, what is the name of why you came up with that branding name?
See,
Why
trust
Fitzy?
me, you're going to be shocked when I say this.
Okay.
There was really nothing that we thought about. So when we started our first venture was Fit on Click. Fit on Click was a fitness directory. So that was perfectly thought name, Fit on Click. You click, the directory opens, and you get to choose your gym, your personal trainer, your yoga instructor, whatever that is, wherever you're in UAE. That was really well thought. But then when we ventured into fitness, into Fitzy, we really wanted something really short, something that's very young, very, catchy. And that's it. That's where Fitzy was born. I do not think, as an entrepreneur, my take at this is, you do not need to really think so much about your brand or your logo. Color, yes, maybe because it represents a lot of your extension of your personality.
Yeah.
But I think it's the work that matters end of the day. It's how you're solving a problem that matters. Yeah.
Amazing. So, Reema, could you share some of the achievements that you have of IWD and you're most proud of till date?
We are most proud of our recent event. We had more than 1,000+ ladies at the Ahlan Modi event.
Okay.
Wow.
Imagine we are three. Imagine putting more than 1,500 women together.
Wow.
We were all there in Abu Dhabi, listening to our Prime Minister Narendra Modi. I got to meet Mr. Modi.
Amazing. How was
that
the
is an achievement.
experience?
Yeah, it's great. I think he's amazing. He's a leader we all look up to, right? He's visionary. He has a vision of the future of India, and I think they've done some incredible work in the last 10 years, but the best is yet to come.
Yeah.
So there we go.
So
I have a problem here,
Okay.
Reema. I have to be there in these 1,500 women.
Please
next time.
come.
I'm going to join your community.
Me too,
Please
plus
do.
one.
So I have to be, so people, so all the events we do are open to the public.
Yeah.
We are on a mission to use social media positively. So everything we go, everywhere that I go, as long as it's a public event, gets printed on our platform.
Yeah.
So all you need to do is just come find us on Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, anywhere and everywhere. We are there, and join an event which suits your diary, basically. And please
Definitely.
do come.
I would
It's
like
open
to join all your
everyone.
groups today.
We welcome every Indian woman in the UAE. It doesn't matter which state of India you are from, which religion you are, where do you come, how many years you spent in India. As long as you're Indian at heart.
Yeah.
And I also have people from non-India, right? I have Sri Lankans who love India so much.
I know.
We are open to everybody.
Embracing culture.
I think it's all about embracing the culture. It's all embracing the vision and having the same values and beliefs.
and
and
welcoming.
caste, color, creed doesn't matter at all. We're all together at heart.
Yeah. I'd even read somewhere your partnerships with esteemed brands in collaborations with the Consulate General of India highlights IWD influence. How do these collaborations enhance the mission of IWD?
See, IWD is all about uniting the Indian expat community in UAE through the women. We do it through the women, and I think women are the anchor of the families, right?
Yeah,
so
definitely.
when we say 100,000 women, we actually say 100,000 families, and that's an incredible number in the UAE. We partner with the consulate. We've done yoga with them last year. We've done Diwali with them. We've done Holi with them. So any and every Indian celebration needs to be celebrated together.
Amazing.
And we just whenever they are doing a public event, which everyone can join, we act as the anchor to drive crowds.
Amazing. So I have a general question for you guys. I want to know your views on this. How can we challenge and overcome gender stereotypes and biases in our society?
I think this, biased norms in the society, I think that's going to always remain. It's not going to die. You have to change something. If you don't change, nothing changes, right? Like I have been someone who's changing my story, and it's been generations, right? That I have been the first woman who's, started working since I was 14, supporting my single mom. I am the first one who started her own business. I am the first one who entered into the gym for the first time. I'm the first one who graduated in my family, and then my, younger ones in my family followed. So having this kind of journey in my life, I have got a lot of things that shouldn't have come my way, Something as simple as you must not ride a bike, you must not. My mom actually had to fight with the entire family to put me in an English school. Kyun dalna hai English school mein? That's how the thing was. So I have received a lot of things like that, but I am here today, right? And how has that happened?
Yeah.
With all these challenges that came my way, just because I was a girl, I'm a woman, is because I shut that noise.
Yeah.
Nothing changes if you don't change. I shut that noise because in my head, I was very focused. I knew what I want to do with myself and my life, And I think that's the only way that you can achieve what you want to achieve. And with every woman thinking like this, I think in a long run, it will die. The society bias and things like that will die.
What are your thoughts on this?
I think when women support each other, incredible things happen.
Yeah.
So it's about fighting the battle, but fighting the battle together. And when you come together, the power is incredible.
Absolutely.
Have you also faced any gender-based challenges or biases in your career, like from the start till now? What do you guys think about that?
Always. I'll just give you one example. Like I and my husband are co-founders in the business. We have our own strengths. It's been 8 years we've been in business together. We have extensive experience at what we do, and we do not cross lines with each other. His roles are different in the business. My roles are different in the business. Now, when we enter into a meeting, a lot of times I would have people address him. I would have people look at him, talk to him, and not with me. A lot of times I might think, okay, they're not comfortable with women because of the culture or things like that, But a lot of times that's not the case. A lot of times they're giving him more importance than, a woman.
Yeah.
And they're just thinking, okay, she's just a woman who's supporting him, right? Though I might have a lot of input to give in that meeting, but still it wouldn't be like that. There was this one time when I entered a meeting and a very senior leadership of that big organization said to his team, so team, we have Neha and Ben here. And you know what? I rocked that meeting. And we have been doing business with them since over 8 years now. Why did this happen? Because the guy, for the first time, someone said, Ben and Neha's here. It's always Ben and Neha's here. Nobody's ever taken my name
Like
first.
a women name before a man.
Neha and Ben is here. Even while ending the meeting, so Neha and Ben, we are going to do this, And this little thing can make a lot of difference. Absolutely. I think, we just need, we are there. We just need people to see it, people to acknowledge what we're doing.
Yeah. What about you? Like when you were started off with IWD, you must have heard a lot of stuff about why you want to start. What is the reason behind it? What is so special about yours? So, any
So
challenges?
not IWD, right? So IWD is about women. So people don't come and question me why about gender stereotypes here. But before that, I've been in corporate life for 10 years before
Yeah.
that, right? So I'm a management consultant. I'm a mainstream management consultant. And I've made multiple presentations over here. And every time a woman stands up to present, people are not confident what she's going to tell you. Especially when I was a very young consultant. I was 25 years old, telling the CEOs and CFOs why my business model is better than theirs, right? They always look at you with doubts. But then I think this is where the self-confidence comes in. I've done my homework. I've done my hard work. I know what numbers I'm talking about. And sometimes you just have to stand, you have to stand in that room and look at everybody and say, guys, I'm making sense. Just listen to me.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of confidence. It helps to have mentors. I was very lucky that I had mentors at that time in my corporate career who said, no, Reema, just go stand your ground. You are right. People will listen to you eventually. And it's about just building that confidence that, no, I've done the hard work. I deserve to be in this room. I deserve a seat at this table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, like she said, I think all the success stories always have someone who has
Yeah.
some time.
Yeah.
Maybe a small gesture, but there was something that kind of,
My next
a lot of
question
times.
was, who is that one person who you're very forever grateful to your journey? You and you. Which one?
Honestly, from where I have come, it's very understandable that I've had a lot of people who have supported me in right ways. There are two people. You asked man, male figure?
It could be anyone.
Yeah. So there are two, of course, my mother, because my mom is a single mom. She fought with my father to just put me into an English school. And she had stitches on her chin for this, because there was a fight. And it took some time for my mom to realize it's not working out. I'm going to take care of daughters and you please, set aside if you don't want to take any responsibilities. From there, she's fought for us and that's why we are here today. And then I met my husband and I think my mom gave me the wings, but you always need air beneath your wings to fly.
Yeah.
And that's my husband. That's what he's been doing for me. He finds I don't know the right word. I think he finds a high
He's just
in just
there,
seeing
Yeah.
me do things, seeing
Amazing.
me achieve things and seeing me going out and talk. He would love to see me, I woke up confident that day and he would be the happiest, So I think these are the two.
Amazing. What about you?
I think very similar stories. Thankful to my parents. I was the first girl in the family to get educated.
Okay.
I
Wow.
don't think, my didis and all that, nobody has done beyond a certain level, but to do an IIT and then an IIM degree in India. At that point, my parents were like, no, she's going to complete her studies before we get her married. Because India mein wahi hota hai, ladki jaise
Wow.
15-20 saal ki hoti hai, they're like,
Absolutely.
let's get her married. And that's kind of was the tradition.
Yeah.
So thankful to my parents for incredibly supporting me and my husband now, right? Whatever I do now, I couldn't do it without his support.
Yeah, absolutely. So talking about IWD has supported over 5,000 women entrepreneurs. How does the community foster entrepreneurship and what kind of initiatives have you launched to support women-led business?
So we have more than 5,000 women entrepreneurs on the community. And just remember, these are women starting their second careers. Most of them are women who've taken a break because either they've moved countries, they've moved to the UAE for their families, or they've had kids and taken career breaks. All very capable ladies, just don't know where to go. Because in UAE, finding a job is not that easy, or you need to be home because you have little young ones at home. We support them in a lot of ways. We help them networking opportunities. We run an Indian Women Network, which is a recently launched structured initiative to coach and mentor these ladies.
Yeah.
We run online sessions for these ladies to teach them what marketing is, what finance is. They might be good at doing one skill, but they would not know the other skills that a business needs to run successfully. And, and a lot of networking happens online and offline. And Indian Women Dubai, the Facebook platform itself, is a marketing platform. You have products, you have services, you need customers. We've got all the customers for you.
Okay, amazing. So what are some of the key milestones you would like to share about IWD?
I think every event gets bigger than the last one, right?
Amazing,
My
yeah.
first coffee meetup was 5 people. I just did an event with 1,500.
Wow.
So every milestone, every event is special in its own right for us. And I think partnership with Meta is amazing for us.
Yeah.
We are a Meta Accelerator community, which means Facebook and Meta have spent time coaching me and my team, telling me how to run a community effectively.
Amazing.
Right? We partner with the Indian Consulate. We have multiple brand partners across the buy. And, any and every brand which needs women as their target audience comes to us.
Amazing.
So there are lots of milestones, and I feel every milestone is special for us. The next
Yeah.
one is more important.
Yeah. Always look at the bigger picture. That's
Yes.
amazing. So talking about Fitzy as an app, being a new user, I'm so motivated by what Fitzy does and everything. I'm definitely going to go home and download the app and everything. So being a first time user, what's the first hook Fitzy sells for a user? Like what's the first thing a person should look at when they are downloading Fitzy?
Yeah. So the first thing is, even before you download the app, it entices you because it's a rewards app.
Yeah.
Right. And there are a couple of things that we do differently. Like I said earlier, that motivation has an expiry date. Like, in the month of January, the gyms are full. And then February, there's nobody.
Absolutely.
So that always happens. And that's, again, one of our challenges as well. So what we do differently is these brands that are listed on the app, they are firstly at just 10 coins. So you just have to walk 10,000 steps and you can absolutely, say, unlock a Noon for, say, a 30% discount, or a Talabat 20% discount, or a Kafu or a Kareem. Now, these are the brands that you've been using, you're going to use. You're going to take that 10,000 steps. You're going to take maybe, say, 8,000 steps. But what do you do after those steps? You've done that, but what if you get rewarded for it? So this is, I think, a very nice idea that all our users are embracing and enjoying. Other than that, every week we launch a challenge on the app.
Oh, really?
Now, this
Okay.
challenge is powered by brands. Say, for example, I might have a Skechers challenge going on right now on the app. You will download the app, like
Today,
you said,
today.
you will see the Skechers challenge,
Yeah.
where every week 5 people get Skechers as reward.
Okay.
And then by the end of the campaign of Skechers, there are going to be 10,000 dirhams and things like that, big rewards. These challenges also have things like, like I said earlier, some holidays and trips and things like that. I would like to mention over here that this year we've signed one of the biggest contracts with one of the very leading banks here in UAE.
Okay.
The entire year, the bank is going to reward people
Amazing.
for walking with various different things, salary back campaigns, and just get cash back on your card. All this just by walking.
Amazing.
So there are a lot of things.
So do you think this is a good app for like university students to make extra?
So yes, so I think I mentioned earlier that it's not an intimidating fitness app.
Okay.
That's not what we've built. Fitzy is for all age groups. My mom loves using the app. We've had a 80 years old app user
Oh, wow.
who won a Burjuman challenge,
Okay.
came to our office to collect his 5,000 dirhams shopping voucher.
Wow.
And we have a lot of users like that. And we just finished a challenge with GEMS Education.
Oh,
All
amazing.
the GEMS schools were hosted on our app. All the parents and students walked to get their fees back. That was a
Okay.
fees back campaign.
Oh, wow.
So we've made an app that's for all. The rewards are also thought well, keeping our audience in mind. And that's how it is, because it's something as simple as, like I said, walking. And that's for everybody.
That's
it's sustainable as well as for all.
Amazing. This is a great initiative. Thank you. So I have a question for both of you. How can education play a role in fostering gender equality from early age? I would like to ask you first, and then maybe you can put in your points.
Education is the foundation of it, right? I think if I had not studied at my time, if I did not go to the IIT, if I did not go to the IIM, I would never have the confidence to do what I do today.
Yeah.
And it lays the foundation of a very solid future. So I always tell my kids, I don't know how much money I'm going to leave you, but I'm going to make sure you go to the right college and you get the right values at the right time. And I feel when the kids are capable enough, they don't need any legacy behind. They don't need big buildings or more money in the bank accounts. All they need is a solid foundation for your future.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think education is, the freedom that everybody needs, the independence that everybody needs, and the confidence. Now, education should not be solving, I'm not talking about education like solving the most difficult algebra problem or going to a business university or MBA. If one can do that, then, well, you're lucky, you have the opportunity, right? But many cannot. And it's just about the confidence that you get, the voice to talk, on your behalf for yourself. Nobody else needs to do that for
Yeah.
you. I think that's what is education. And it's really important. Yeah.
Amazing. I have a question for you. What advice would you give to women looking to make a difference in the communities or start their own empowerment initiative?
Follow your passion and stay true to it. Successful might take time, but
Okay.
it comes over time.
Wow.
And you will be there. But if you have a passion, whether you are an artist, whether you want to make a community, whether you want to run your own business, whether you want to start a service or a product, you want to sell, whatever you want to do, find your passion. And as long as you find your passion, you will find your way to success.
Wow. So looking ahead, what's your vision for the future of Indian women in Dubai? And are there any new initiative or projects that we can look forward to?
I always say it's bigger and better from here.
Okay.
We are 200,000 across platforms. Why not 500,000? UAE still has 3.3 million Indians.
Yes.
Even if 30% of them are women, we've still got more women to go after. So bigger and better from here. We are launching much more structured programs. Now that we have a path, we have a vision, we are launching much more structured programs around our women, our entrepreneurs and the community. We run a very successful podcast where we tell stories of empowered and ambitious women. So, give more inspiration to the world. So at least if every day I'm able to make one woman smile, one woman feel confident, I think IWD has done its job.
Amazing. Would you mind sharing a few future project ideas or any like BTS things with us?
You have to keep watching.
Oh, it will be on their page, huh? So it'll like stay tuned type.
Come follow us on social media. You will find lots of exciting things coming.
Amazing.
But yeah.
Very smart. For you, Miss Neha, as an employer, could you share any example of successful initiatives or campaigns that you've made a positive impact on gender equality in your community or organization?
Yeah. I think before we started this podcast, I was telling you I'm going to talk about a few things, right? Fitzy is different in nature, what we do. It's a very unique app. And similarly, we as entrepreneurs, me and my husband, we do things differently at our workplace. We have more women in our office than men.
Yeah.
Not just that, but I am a mother myself, and I understand how efficient a mother can be if she's passionate towards doing what she wants to do. I recently hired a mom. She's new to Dubai. Okay. Now, for me, when I hire someone, it's not about gender, male, female, age, or experience. For me, what is talent is talent.
Yeah.
That's how I am as a employer. Now, she missed her son missed the academic year, so he is at home in babysitting when she's at work. Now, he wasn't enjoying the babysitting where he was going, right? And he cried a lot. And the mother discussed with me saying this is happening, and a lot of times he would be sick and she would not be able to come. And so I came up with a plan, and actually my heart came up with this plan, said why not he come to office maybe on a Monday and Wednesday. And then Wednesday, Friday again, and then Saturday, Sunday, the mom, dad will spend time with him. So it's, I think, a balanced alternate day.
Yeah.
So Monday and Wednesday, he can come to work. And that's what we've been doing now. And it's been months now. The life of my talent who I hired is become easy. She's able to be very happy at work, giving best at what she does. If I have to rate her, I'm also a businesswoman. So I'm not doing this for just to help someone, right? You help, but not at work. It's very difficult to, make right choices. You have to be very practical. Yeah. So if I have to rate this employee between, say from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest and the best, I would say 10. That's how the talent is. And I would like to empower my talent so that, she helps me grow. And that can be anyways, right?
Yeah.
And I think these are a couple of different things that I have been doing. And, to just empower my team.
Amazing. So, as a woman, entrepreneur, and a mother, what strategies have you found effective in balancing your professional and personal life?
Firstly, I talked about the air beneath the wings.
Yeah.
That is very important. The support from husbands very important. Yeah. After you're a mother, one thing that comes with motherhood is, it's very less talked about, but what comes with motherhood is dependency. You're very dependent because you're taking care of someone who cannot talk, very young, very vulnerable, And there are two things that have worked for me. One is empower myself, and second is ask for help. Now, when I say empower myself, I'm running a business which is growing and successful. I am, taking care of my health. I work out almost every day. I do my self-care, my skin, my hair care. I enjoy doing those things. I take care of my passion. I make content on Instagram. Now, these are the things that are driving me.
Yeah.
So how do I take out time to do these things? If I'm loading the dishwasher, well, I'm not going to have time to do these things. So I empower myself in a way that I have help in the house. And this is something that I'm not talking from a place which is a very privileged one. I have come from nowhere, and I've, had my own shares of struggle in life. I tell my best friends also, so if you have a maternity leave and then you don't know where to start because people are not paying, that the employers
Yeah.
are not paying you the same. Even if you're earning something as less as 4,000 and you have to spend 600 to hire a help, do that.
Do it.
4,000 is not going to be there. It might go to 8,000 next year. You might get a good job, But if you do not empower yourself, you will not give your best at what you're doing, So this is one thing. And second is ask for help. What I do is I make sure that responsibilities are balanced between me and my husband. Wherever I need him, I ask for help. And even if it is me pushing him, please get this done, I do that because, I know what I
Yeah,
can do and what I cannot. So I
absolutely.
think these are the two secrets.
What about you? How has been the balancing journey for you with your business and your kids and family and everything?
So I think very valid points. Ask for help, build your support system, but also prioritize.
Yeah.
Every day, every morning, you would get up in the day and say, "Where do I need to be today? What do I need to get done today?" And deciding how you spend your time. Whether I have clear boundaries that I don't do any work on weekends now. Mostly no,
Yeah.
unless it's really important. So that's family time, that's kids time. I try to be home at 7 p.m. anywhere I'm in town. Mostly I don't accept dinner invites anymore. I used to
wow,
do that
okay.
early on,
Yeah.
but I think now I don't, and I'm trying to set clear boundaries that unless it's really important, I won't come for dinners because I need to be home with my kids.
Yeah.
And so if you can prioritize, I think you can do a good job at your career and whatever you're trying to pursue, as well as your kids and your family.
Absolutely. I think
Amazing.
prioritizing is very important. You don't get everything. There's
Yeah.
just
Of
a
course.
little time with your children
Yeah.
where they need you.
Yeah.
That's it. And then you have your entire life to then, again go
Absolutely.
enjoy. And I think, so motherhood, you have to really think and then dive into it because you have someone who's, needing you.
Amazing. This is great. Wow. Just so much of insight, so much of love that you guys have for your families, all reflecting on your face. And that I think that's something which everyone should be. I think prioritizing yourself, prioritizing your routine, prioritizing whatever comes first, and then work will be there, but family is always first,
Yeah.
So there you have it, guys. Thank you so much, Miss Reema, Miss Neha, for coming in today on the special occasion of International Women Day. We had great insights about what women empowerment is all about, looking at what they both have done individually. I think I'm pretty sure our audience has got to also take a lot of notes down. So that's it. You have it. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank
This
you
is
so
your
much.
host, Vriddhi Kumtekar, signing off today. And if you want to be updated about more about the talks and be updated about what all topics we're going to share, so stay tuned and follow us on LUBM Smart Talks on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. Until next time, I will see you there. Bye.